cervical rib syndrome. There is an extra rib above the rib cage somewhere at the base of the neck. And normally it does not cause any problems. But it can cause problems, and it can be that the rib is pressing onto the nerves of the neck, and that can cause then pain on the inner side of the arm and numbness and weakness also in the hand. In particular, if a person is tired, there's no further explanation in the book why, or if a person is carrying weight. And it can also cause the lid of the eye to drop further down and the pupil to be smaller. If a person has such symptoms, they can report it to a doctor, and when it's looked what it is oftentimes more likely carpal tunnel syndrome. There's not enough space in the carpal tunnel and on one nerve is pressed in the wrist, or cervical spondylitis. There is a painful restriction of movement in the neck of the spine, the cervical spine. It could be also that there is a muscle trapping a nerve, pressing onto it. But if it is actually cervical rib syndrome, then it could be removed, and that should result in a complete cure. And that is according to Keith Hopkins' Family Medical Advisor book on the page 111 and 112. But this is no substitute for medical knowledge and also no medical advice, and the positions and views expressed are the ones of the source and don't necessarily align with my own or with the ones of the entity spoken of. Hi, welcome. I'm trying to learn medicine today, cervical rib syndrome, and after we've done it, we're gonna do tiptoe yoga, and if you participate in the tiptoe yoga, then it's better the honors. And this is no medical advice or something, I'm just trying to read and understand it, and it's actually the second time we're reading it. Cervical rib syndrome. Some people are born with an extra rib positioned above the normal rib cage at the base of the neck. So at the base of the neck there is an additional rib. It is known as a cervical rib and generally causes no problems of any kind. So an additional rib at the base of the neck. Generally are there no problems. In a few cases, however, the rib may press on the nerves in the neck and produces an aching pain down the inside of the arm. But it can be that the rib is pressing on the nerves of the arm, of the inner arm. Nerves on the neck and produces a pain on the inside of the arm. Nerves of the neck is pressing on. This is likely to happen when heavy weights are carried in the hand or when the sufferer is tired. When the person is tired without no further explanation why, and if a person is carrying weights. A slight numbness or weakness may also develop in the hand itself. Pain on the inside of the arm may weakness and numbness in the hand. An effect may also be felt in the eye. The lid may drop and the pupil becomes smaller. The pupil becomes smaller. And it could be also an effect in the eye. The lid is dropping more down and the lid getting smaller. The inner side of the arm pain because of pressing on the neck of a nerve of the neck. And then numbness and weakness in the hand maybe, and maybe lid and pupil smaller. If you notice such symptoms, report them to your doctor. He or she may recommend x-rays to find out whether a cervical rib is present. Though in most cases the symptoms will have resulted from some other cause such as cervical spondylitis or carpal tunnel syndrome. If a person has such symptoms, they should report it to a doctor. Oftentimes it's rather cervical spondylitis. We did that. That was the spine. Let's look if you're short able to see it. Disorder that causes pain and restrict movement of the neck region of the spinal column. Cervical spondylitis mainly affects those over 40. Why is it on the next page? But we did do it. Whatever. So restricted movement in the neck region of a spinal cord. We're not going to say what it is. Yes, we're going to say it. A painful movement restricting disorder in the neck of the spine. A painful movement restricting disorder in the neck of the spine. In the cervical spine. Okay, that is it. In carpal tunnel syndrome, there was not enough space inside the carpal tunnel and the nerves got pressed onto. A condition in which one of the nerves leading from the wrist to the hand is compressed as it passes through the carpal tunnel, a space in the wrist and the distance of the rib. And pains in the arm may also result from a nerve getting trapped by a neck muscle. Pains in the arm also result from a nerve getting trapped by a neck muscle. Yes, we did it. I made a video just about it. We're not going to say that. If we would say it would be, it could be also because a muscle is trapping a nerve, pressing onto it and triggering a nerve. If the symptoms are severe, there could be a removal of it, which should result in complete cure. Okay, do we have it all together? Extra rib? Most of the times no problems. It could cause for pressing on the neck on the nerves of the neck, inner pain, weakness, numbness in the hand, pupil and eyelid. And if a person can report, it is oftentimes a carpal tunnel or cervical spondylitis, by carpal tunnel is pressing on the nerves because there's not enough space, and cervical spondylitis, there was a painful restriction of movement of the top of the spine, of the cervical spine, of the neck of the spine. It could be also that there is a muscle tripping a nerve. But if it is actually and it is severe, it could be removed, which would result in complete cure. Cervical rib syndrome. Where is the rib too much? Where was it exactly? Above the normal rib cage at the base of the neck. At the base of the neck. Where's the base of the neck? So that's the base of the neck, okay. Cervical rib syndrome. There is an extra rib above the rib cage somewhere at the base of the neck. And normally it does not cause any problems. But it can cause problems, and it can be that the rib is pressing onto the nerves of the neck, and that can cause then pain on the inner side of the arm and numbness and weakness also in the hand. In particular, if a person is tired, there's no further explanation in the book why, or if a person is carrying weight. And it can also cause the lid of the eye to drop further down and the pupil to be smaller. If a person has such symptoms, they can report it to a doctor, and when it's looked what it is oftentimes more likely carpal tunnel syndrome. There's not enough space in the carpal tunnel and on one nerve is pressed in the wrist, or cervical spondylitis. There is a painful restriction of movement in the neck of the spine, the cervical spine. It could be also that there is a muscle trapping a nerve, pressing onto it. But if it is actually cervical rib syndrome, then it could be removed, and that should result in a complete cure. And that is according to Keith Hopkins' Family Medical Advisor book on the page 111 112. But this is no substitute for medical knowledge and also no medical advice, and the positions and views expressed are the ones of the source and don't necessarily align with my own or with the ones of the entity spoken of. That was the medical part. If you were here for medicine, you can go directly to the next part of medicine. The company with medicine. If you stay here and participate in the tiptoe yoga, then it's very down risk. The feet are standing together, and breathe in the arms up onto the toes. Out and down. In and up. Out and down. In and up. Out onto the side. In and up. Out onto the other side. In and up. Make an inch of space between the feet, open into the side. In and up. Out, sink down onto a bit down. In and up. Out onto the other side. In and up. Out a bit down. In and up. and out and lean onto the knees. You can go with the heels down, breathe in. And out, make a head of the back. In middle, and out the belly. In middle, out the head. In middle, the belly. In middle, out, come with the round back, up at the top, backward shoulder. And the arms up on the tiptoes. And out and sink down, this can go onto the knees. Up again. Out and down. In and up. And out, hands down. In, the arms up. And out and down, feet together. And in and up again. We have two exercises more. The legs to the sides, 1 foot points in front, the other one to the side, the arm. Breathe in. Out, bend the front leg, come back the front leg on the tiptoe. In, range in front. Out and back. In, straighten the front leg. Out and back, down, heel down, other side. Breathe in. Out, bend the front leg on the tiptoe. In, reach in front. Out and back. In, straighten the front leg. Out, back, down, heel down. And the legs to the sides. Breathe in, the arms up on the tiptoe. Out and sink down and in. And imitate pushing something heavy up. Out and down. In and up. Out and down. In and up. Out and down, and the last time. In and up. Out, hands down, heels down. Have feet same together. In, the arms up. And out and down. Breathe in, bend the right leg and stretch just the left one. In, change. Out, stretch the right one. In, middle. And out, just down. Open with the feet to the side, stay down, breathe in. And out, go over to one leg. Breathe in. And out over to the other leg. Breathe in. Out into the middle. And close the feet. Breathe in. And out comes slowly with the round back up at the top of backwards, shoulder. In, the arms up. And out, the hands again down. That was the tiptoe yoga. I thank you very much, and until next time.